Fall here with a guide for Alekhine's gun. So you can put it on easy, you don't need any other difficulty but easy. We'll be doing 2 run-throughs, not for all missions but for some missions, and I'm leaving cutscenes in, but there'll be a little thing you can click down the bottom to skip the cutscene if you would like.
President Kennedy was shot today. An hour later, my family was murdered. I have nothing left, no future to live for. Those who shook my hands and swore on the Constitution to defend our country betrayed us all. 23 years in the CIA, and this is where I end up. What kind of man fails to protect his wife and son? I'm so sorry, Sean. And you, Barbara? There's no sense in asking for forgiveness. There's no sense in imagining what I could have done differently.
Not so long ago I was asked about how this story began. And I remembered not the Caribbean crisis, not the hydrogen bomb, not even the conference in Yalta that divided the world in two. Everything started much earlier for me. In 1943, I received a mission from HQ. I had to infiltrate the Berganas fortress in Norway, where the Nazis were working on a drug, a super soldier serum. I had to destroy the samples and eliminate the German doctor who was responsible. Everything started.
Now that we got the mission, you want to hit A to continue. Don't hit B to hit back. You always start the mission with Y, but these are the options we have to select from. For now, there's not much choice, so you just want to hit Y anyway. This will be the suit run, so this won't be a full run of the level, but this is so that you can get all the achievements. There'll be, I think, about 5 levels we'll be doing suit runs, which is what I like to refer to it as, where we have to earn suits. Now, as you can see here, the footage just changed because I adjusted the brightness. This game is very dark, and it's not really necessary to adjust it at this point, but I just wanted to adjust it so that way you guys could see everything, because in the darker areas of the level it gets even more harder to see, and you need to know where I'm going and everything. So up this you can run up 3 flights and then stop on the 4th and you can crawl up. Now instead of grabbing the suit there, because we're doing a suit run, we want this guy here with the hat, and pull out your garrote wire and just LT and RT to choke him to death. You have to get 30 garrote kills, which is the wire. You have to get 30 chloroforms and 30 headshots, but all that we will get at the end of the game because there's just not enough people to kill at the moment, and it's not really a good idea to focus on that. You just want to focus on outfits. But as we are with this outfit now, you want to head this way. We're going to the general's quarters so we can grab some poison. This is good practice for the actual run, because the actual run we will be using poison to kill him, and so this will be good practice for that. So once you get in here, you want to go this way, and then we can go right once we get through this archway and jump over this with A. And then when we go over to the doctor's equipment here, we can grab the poison with B, leave and head to the left here. Now you want to stick to the right here, and we're waiting for the guy on the left there near the tapestry of the lion. He's our main priority. Once he walks off, and if we've timed it, our appearance here, we will be able to place the poison in the general's cup and not have to worry about anything. He will come back and drink the poison later. In my opinion, it's by far the easiest way to kill him. And this is, like I said, this is good practice for the actual route. It takes a little while, but as you can see, there's a guard wandering around. That guard doesn't go anywhere, so the timing of this is basically to the point where that guard is facing away from the bottle as well. It's very random at what stage you can walk into the guy that the general walks off, but generally, you should be able to do it if you're quick enough to get here straight away. As you can see, the guys are looking at me. He knows my plan. So this is the point where the guy should walk off. And he didn't. Because I was a bit slow, but this is great because it shows you. And so now he's walking off, and it still works in my favor because the guard in the other spot is hidden, so I can put the poison in his drink with A, and then I can run off this way. And then you want to head right here, and then you want to head left through this door, and we're outside. We're gonna go kill another target. Now this part here you don't have to do since we're on easy, but I want you to do it so you can practice and get used to the game's lock picking system. So you want to jump over there with A, walk over here, and then unlock this with Y. This will teach you about the pick locking system. You gotta match it up, see how that does match, and then you find the one that does match, which is this one, and that'll unlock. The reason why you really want to learn the lock picking system is because you've got to pick a lock that has 4 of those perfectly. You can save and load it, of course, and you'll probably be able to practice them, but I just thought giving you guys an idea of it, so I threw that in the route. You can actually just run into the building and the guards won't stop you if you don't want to pick lock that. That guard there is also one we usually wait for, but again, I'm just showing you this for the route for later. That guard we wait for. Once he comes out of his little area, we turn the power off, which is what the doctor's using currently. But right now, all we have to do is wait for the doctor to use the power switch, and we will be able to kill not only the officer, but the doctor, and then the guard outside, all with the garrote wire. Now, you can use other tools. You don't have to use the garrote wire. The reason I did the garrote wire and the chloroform you'll see me use is because I wanted to see if it was possible to lower the amount of chloroform and garrote kills you'll need later, which it was possible. So right now he's gonna dance to the music of the lightning, and it's the perfect time to kill the officer with the garrote wire. And then if you're quick enough, you have to go around the officer. You can kill him. This will get us 2 new outfits, but we don't want them just yet. We want this guy here. So see how there's no one else in the room but him? We can just come in and choke him. So sometimes they will know we're choking them, so you've got to fight it with an A button mash. And once you beat the A button mash, that will allow you to win. So just in case, I'm bringing his body in here. Better to be safe than sorry. But you want to push Y to put his clothing on. So that's another outfit. You want to push Y to put the doctor's clothing on. Another outfit. And then Y to put the officer's clothing on. Now the reason I put the officer's clothing on last is to show you that the other officer is another outfit, because I'm wearing an officer's outfit, but I'm allowed to change to that officer, because you have to wear a certain amount of outfits for the outfit achievement, but you're also not allowed to kill anyone but the targets for another achievement. So that's why we're doing a double run. And this is just a half run, because once we got all the outfits we can save it and restart and then do the proper run. But as you can see, the officer is now dead. So we can run over to the place we got the poison from, because that is that officer's quarters, and that's where he died when he gets poisoned. And as you can see, he is right here, and we can change into his outfit. So now that's 2 officer outfits done. So you can pick him up, and we can get an achievement right here. So what you want to do is you walk over to this, and you can push B to hide the body, and then you can push B to pick it up. I've fast forwarded the footage after I show you this twice, because it takes 6 minutes to do. So 6 minutes later, I was dropping the body because I was trying to time it where I could just hammer B, but the only thing you can hammer B on is putting the body in, not when you pull the body out, because otherwise you'll push B and drop it. But after 6 minutes, we will have the Undertaker achievement. That is for hiding 30 bodies. That saves us having to worry about that. Now, we will still hide some bodies here and there, but now it's not necessarily what you need to do. So now we can restart the mission, and this will be our stealth run only. So we only kill the targets, and for this one we'll be getting a bunch of achievements if you follow my route, because we're going to only be changing into one outfit. This is why we practice the kill with the poison as well, because it's all about timing. So we have to follow this soldier, but we have to wait for this soldier on our left to move before we can actually move forward, because he's currently in a spot he can see us. So now we can go over here and we can run up the stairs, like I said, the first 3 flights. Once we get here, we crawl, and then we can grab this outfit with Y. This is another soldier outfit, so we've just earned ourselves another outfit on top. That's why I also saved it, so we can earn an outfit during this run. So we want to follow the same route we did before to get the poison, get to the officer and poison his drink. So that's once you get inside this castle, going to the right, up the stairs, going through the door to your right, then left, then up through the archway straight, then right, and then jumping over the thing into the office. So that's left here. Tapestry of the deer is kind of cool. Right, and then jump over, collect the poison. And then we stand here and we wait. And as you'll get to see this guy here near the lion tapestry, he will move at a different point than the suit run. The second level suit run, I'll mention it now, is a little bit more difficult because we're not allowed to make too much noise. If we make noise, you will fail the level. So when we do the suit run, we have to be a little bit more careful and a little bit slower about what we do. So the officer's now leaving. And that's when he walks off, and as you can see, this is when he should have walked off because he hits that officer. And then this officer stops to stare at me, which almost screws the plan. So make sure not to go too close to that early. So anyway, he's got his back to me, so I put the drink in, and then the officer, because I took so long, walked out and almost spotted me, but thankfully only half, so it's fine. If they start shooting at you, you have to restart. I will say that. And you have to do that part again. So here we're going to jump over and do the picklocking again, because like I said, I want you to practice the picklocking and get used to it. It takes some getting used to before you get good at it. It's hard to, because some of the symbols look like they match, but you can tell just after a while that they won't. So this is the second part that I was talking about during the suit run. We want to stand here and wait for the guard on our right in that light there. Once he walks off and comes over here, we can head to a switch that will turn the power off, which will make the officer and the doctor leave. And if we delay the guardsman, we can actually kill the doctor and put him away without the officer coming in. We put him away because unfortunately the officer will go in there, so we don't want the doctor's body to be found. So here he is. He will stop to look at you, but it's no problem. Run over to the switch and turn off the generator with Y. Then hit B to skip the cutscene. And then we can go up here. Now you want to walk up to the guardsman, which is the one staring at us. At first I was trying to see if I could distract him just by that way, but it wasn't working, so I just ran in. We can switch on the switch now. And the best way to watch the NPCs is to look at your map. This is who I was waiting for, the guardsman. So as you can see there, the target is the doctor, which is the number 2. And that guard will leave for his break when the doctor comes, but if you delay it, he will leave just slightly after the doctor, which gives you enough time to pull off the murder and body hiding. That's why I was standing in front of him, letting him spot me a little bit. Once he got halfway though, that's when you take off. And if you time it just right, as you can see, he's left. So we can walk over to the body quickly, pick it up with B, and then move to the open dresser right here and push B to hide it. And as you can see, he's back in his position and the officer is coming. The officer, you have plenty of time, it's just the guard you have to delay a little bit. So you got that time to grab the body, because every now and again he would spot the body for me, so this was the best way for me to do it. You will be able to save. I like to do these in one run, so that way you guys don't have to put up with someone saving in the middle of the game. It's just during the suit runs that I save, and during another run to finish off achievements you'll see me save. The suit run I only save at the end though, but yeah. So now we can go to the officer again and we can get his key. We can also hide his body if you like. I prefer to hide his body, it just feels, since this level we're trying to earn ghost rating, it just feels better hiding his body. You may have to picklock this door. Occasionally I didn't need to, and then sometimes I did during a run, so you may need to, but it's, like I said, it's good practice for picklocking, because as you can see that looked like it fit, but it doesn't. That looks like it fits, but it doesn't. That does. But it's this. It's the 2-prong. And you wouldn't think it. So now we want to go over here, and this is how you get in this room without being spotted. It's actually quite simple. So we go over here, and here's a light switch. We push Y to switch off the lights, and then we run away. We actually have to run away because they get suspicious in this outfit, unfortunately. And you go around the corner here, so that way we can still see. Now do that little thing. But once the second guy turns around, we're good to go inside the room now. Guardsman has left. Now we can open the safe. The safe, you have to use the left stick to turn the dial, so you turn it one way, and it'll turn all three eventually, and then when it locks into place, you have to turn it the other way, and then when it locks into place, you turn it the other way. And that's how you... and then push Y to destroy the tape, and then collect the poison with B, because the poison we actually need. It's an item that adds to our arsenal that we can use later to kill targets with. But now we just have to head out to the exit. So if we head the same way we were going to the doctor's, we can then exit this way. If we stick to the grass here, it's a little bit quicker. Then we can drop down here, go straight and then left, and then you want to go into this little archway here. And there is a ladder here, just be aware of that, there is a ladder. You want to walk over to the ladder and push A to climb down, and then A to slide. When we go into this doorway, there'll be a cutscene. I've kept it in just in case people want to watch the cutscenes. I'll have a thing to skip the cutscenes in the...
Are you the American? The one everyone keeps talking about?
You're the Russian. The one no one talks about. I'm kidding. I was told the Russians were interested in Heinrich. Look, maybe we can work something out.
Looks like you're the only one who needs help here.
To hell with this. I have something you'll want. You just let me out of here.
Be more specific.
Documents. Heinrich was working on the serum. It's all in the folder. Formulas, reports of the tests they were working on.
Hurry up.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to have any cigarettes on you, would you?
Ask the Germans. You know how much they love tobacco.
So now we just have to walk over here, push Y, and that'll end the level. And if you did everything and followed all my instructions, you should get ghost rating. And you'll enjoy your achievements. You're about to get a few. So we completed a level without using our gun. Completed a level without using instinct mode. I don't use that mode at all. One suit man, that's for only changing into one outfit or less. Once upon a time for completing the level. Your order might pop differently than my order, but this is all what you should get. Like a ghost. Obtain ghost ranking on a level. Angel of Death. Killing the targets only with assassinations. Well, accidents. Assassinating them with accidents. And Contract Killer. Complete a level without killing except for the assassination targets. A nice bunch of achievements for your first run through.
Command, I'm waiting for an explanation.
Herr Oberführer, I do not have an explanation.
But of course, you don't have an explanation. How it happened that someone killed Heinrich and my staff sergeant while the damn American was still in his cell. I'm sending all of you to the tribunal.
Herr Oberführer, could there be someone else working within the castle?
Really? Someone else working within the castle? At least someone here is working, you useless imbecile. Remove the body. Bring me the brandy.
Nick.
Comrade Major General, Colonel Strogov reporting.
That is Strogov. And as always, no need to stand on ceremony. Please sit. Do you remember the Bergen operation? You mentioned Vincent Rambaldi in your report. Was it your first meeting with him?
Yes, sir.
Here he is. How do you like him? What can you say about him?
Inconspicuous, smart, cautious.
Smart, cautious, but taken captive.
That is correct, Comrade Lieutenant. Do you always interrupt the Colonel?
My apologies, Colonel. Permission to speak, sir?
I'm listening.
How exactly would you describe your relationship with Rambaldi?
It's good.
Good?
We were soldiers, potential enemies. I saved him, he gave me intel. Our relationship is good.
And what happened after that?
Mission 2, so remember hit continued, never hit B for back. And so we have a few guns and stuff at the moment. We don't really want to buy anything, but we will be buying the weather PPK eventually. That's the next mission. Because the PPK we can add a silencer. So we want to hit Y to start the game. So this is the suit run, killing allowed. We want to change to our garrote wire and we want to head this way. Again, you have to be careful doing this run because, so I would say save regularly, because you can get in trouble if you make too much noise and alert the targets that you're here. So you want to collect the key card there with B. This is some of the run we will be doing, so it's good practice as well. Over here, we can turn this light out, and we need to collect the table, the hotel room card key on the table, not the table itself. So we can whistle the guard in here and the police officer. I am trying to whistle the guard, but unfortunately the police officer comes in, so either or either, take either. You whistle by clicking in the right stick too, I will mention. So here is our policeman, so we can close the door and then we can kill him. We can take the policeman's clothing. We can push B, and then we can hide his body. The guy in the bed, he is a heavy sleeper. He will not hear us murder the police officer and or the security guard, depending on who you get. So the security guard here we can kill, but before we do, we want to make sure that the this guy here doesn't spot us. So I personally find it easier to kill this guy first, the busboy. Again, we close the door, wait for him to turn around. He's gonna go clean up this blood. And now we can get ourselves a hotel staff outfit. Now, I do prefer the police outfit, so what you'll see is me pick up the bellhop costume, and then I will put the police outfit back on. We can hide his body as well, just because we haven't killed the security guard yet. We don't want to open the door to the security guard spotting it, who is just standing out the doorway, like so. So there is one more person we can kill, so if we come in here, we can close the door. And we can kill this guy here for another outfit. And then we change back into the police outfit, pick him up and put him in the closet. We don't want to kill the security guard while he's in that spot there. So what I was actually trying to do was get him to spot me picklocking so he would come over. And what he actually did instead was that. So he made me wait impatiently. I would have liked if they added a animation when he's standing still of him doing something when you're having to wait. But I get why they didn't, because it would take away the focus. So now we can kill this guy finally, if you haven't already. And we can chuck on his outfit. And then we can chuck on the police outfit again. Pick up his body, just so the maid doesn't see it. Take it in this room and just dump it. The door will close naturally, so there's no need for us to close it. So now we can go through here, we can go left, and we can ring this elevator. We want to go to the 3rd floor with Y. Now we want to run into the restaurant, which is this way. Because if we do it, time ourselves just right, we will beat the waiter into the restaurant. The chef / waiter. And now we just have to wait for him. Using your map is the best way to watch your targets. You'll see me do that often. So now he's coming to the room. And now we can close the door and kill him. Now we can put on the waiter's outfit. Then we can put on the policeman clothing again. Pick up the body and we can put it into this freezer right here. Or garbage bin, I should say. Now we can kill this guy. This will get us another waiter outfit, but this waiter outfit has a hat. So it's a different outfit. So now we can put on our policeman clothing again, and now we can leave. So this part's a little bit tricky. We have to, but it's good practice for what we have to do for the thing. You want to whistle when you're there, and then stand at the wall. Sometimes he won't respond to the whistle, but it doesn't mean the whistle didn't work. As you can see, he's now moving. And then you want to crawl, and then go to the door. You want to crawl when going through the door, but you want to make sure that when you open the door that this guy has his back to you, not facing you. And then you want to take him down. Here's our last target and the hardest one to get. And then you want to push Y to get the guard clothing. And now we can save the game and then restart it. And this is our stealth run, only killing the targets. But this one we're doing suitless, because if we do it suitless, we get more points to spend in the shop, which will help us get more weapons. So we want to collect the card. We want to go through this door and collect the other card. Push A on the elevator. And we want to head to the 3rd floor. We want to run to the We want to run to the restaurant's back room where the staff are. And near the waiter here is some bicarbonate soda. We want to pick that up. And then we want to stand in front of this drink here where we can add baking soda to the drink. Now, you don't want to add the baking soda just yet. We want to wait for this staff member to turn around. As soon as you see him start walking off, push Y. You'll have enough time to put the baking soda into the drink. This sets up something for later. And now we have to get this guard here away from the door. So we wait in the corner. Once he passes us, we crawl. And we head into the room. Now, when we go into the room, just make sure that guy's got his back to you again. And then you want to head over to the phone here and push A. And hopefully you've got enough timing. Sometimes it can be a bit finicky on the timing. But I head over here, and then if you angle yourself on the second couch, you can climb up onto the couch here from the chair. I like to sit here because there's no way he can spot you, and then we can watch the map for when he leaves through the door. This room you cannot see in until you're in for this first part, so it's the trickiest part. The second time we have to visit this room, we will be able to see in, so it makes it so much easier. It's just a guessing game when you get the guard that this guy is not in the room itself or facing anywhere. So we want to open the door and we can pretty much just walk out. The guy won't question it. We can go into the elevator now, and we want to go down to the 1st floor, which is B. So what we've got to do now is get the officer away from the door. So the best way is to try and get the officer to come over here. And as you can see, he didn't hear the whistle. Sometimes they'll not make a noise, but they'll hear the whistle. I've got the security guard in there, but not the policeman, so I'll keep trying. And there we go. Now we want to move over to the left so we don't disturb him while he's going away. And then he got disturbed and stopped and turned around. So that ruined that. The bellhop was entering the room anyway, so it's fine. We just try again.
What's going on over there?
There we go.
All right.
This time I'm gonna wait inside for the police officer, so that way he actually comes into the room. And now I'll close the door. Start crawling behind the security guy and walk into the door. The security guy actually won't stop you, but it's good not to have his attention. Grab the briefcase here and then we can run out. If they see you enter the room, they will shoot you. This is why we have to do that annoying section. So here we will have a cutscene once we interact with the conversation.
Is the package with you? Yes. They will wait for you in the library in 10 minutes. Listen, I hope you correctly assess the risk. If anyone finds out I'm involved, your mission will go to pieces. The situation is secure. The Russians don't know anything. Neither do the Americans. Okay, we meet in the library.
So this tells us we need to go to the library. So we want to go into the elevator and we want to head to the second floor. The second floor is the A button. And then we want to head up this way to the library here. Then you want to head to your left and up the stairs. And then to the back of the room is where the cutscene will activate once he gets there. And so now we have two new objectives, which is retrieve the documents and take out the target, the spy. So the spy will be on your left here, and you'll see two guards. We want to enter this room here, so you see the guy here. We want to make sure he's not in the middle. So now he walked off, so we can open the door and start crawling through. So when I first attempt to crawl through his place, he notices me. As you can see, the notice is going up, so I have to quickly bolt out of there before getting spotted. So now I check again, and he's on the other side of the room, so I try again, and this time I'm successful in running through his room. So we want to climb up on the table here with A, and then we want to climb up on the wall with A, and then we want to scroll over to the side here. Once you get to the other side with the table, it doesn't tell you, but you have to push B to drop. Remember to click in the left stick to crawl. Now we're waiting for this guy to go to the bathroom, and we can hold in A to run while crawling, but be very careful, you don't want to do it too much. And we want to get behind this person and push A, and this will drown him in the bathtub. We can then pick up his body and put it in the cupboard here. So now on to the last objective, which is, in my opinion, the make or break objective. This can ruin your run, unfortunately, if it doesn't go well, but luckily you can save at any time, so you have unlimited attempts. We want to head up to the third floor. And now we can look at our map. And as you can see, the one there is the guy with the documents. Well, it's actually the documents that we're following, not the guy. Because, interesting fact, when he does what he does here, you'll see him separate from the documents. See, there's the documents now, and that's him, the red dot. And the security guard has now come in, so we're waiting for the security guard to leave, and then we can go in and get the documents. The second security guard will show up, and if you time it just right now, you can actually whistle and get all three out of the room.
What's going on over there?
As you can see, there's the two, and there's the third one, so we want to crawl right past all three, and go through the door, and there's no one in here, so we can walk up to him and push B to collect the documents. And then we can quickly head out of there before they come in. And then we can hit A for the elevator, head down to the first floor with B. And we can head to the exit. And congrats on beating this level without a single outfit. As you can see, we got 450 RP points. And you also get the achievement for completing level 2.
Yeah. The dinner party we planned for? Yeah, it failed.
What happened at the dinner party?
Some uninvited guests from Russia showed up. They were also interested in the cake. We pulled one of them aside and... well, he told us the cake would be at a different party. And we believed him.
It was a ploy?
Yeah, to get us away from the dinner party. When we were away, his partner came and ruined everything.
He stole the cake for himself?
Yes. And the delivery man was also disposed of. Look, hurry up with the limo. The Russian guest is still here somewhere. He must not see me.
Vinny, you still there? The limo should be arriving soon.
The diplomat guards? No. They were German agents this whole time.
Get down.
And you let him go? For that kind of confession, Semyon, one would have gotten 10 years in the camps.
Well, in Austria, in 1944, we used...
That was an exception. We didn't have enough agents at the time. We had to turn to the Americans.
So HQ demanded I find Rambaldi again.
Yes. And judging by the report, you and he worked quite well together.
I almost killed you. Semyon, this is Special Agent Pearson.
Looks like we'll be working together. Semyon Strogov.
Over here. This long building, that's a fire department. And the security's too heavy for such a place. And there's too many trucks in the building yard. Well, that means there's something else inside the building they had to make room for.
I see.
Exactly. We're not sure how many guards are inside. I think there's no less than 3 dozen.
Any escape routes?
No. There's one way in and one way out. And that building was never intended to be a secret military facility. Don't worry. If things go wrong, we'll cover you up from here. You'll probably survive. We have fake passports and civilian clothes on hand after the operation is over. We'll stay in the city for a few days and leave when things quiet down.
I'll see you then.
You know, I sure hope that panty waster of yours knows what he's doing. Well, that's why he's out there and we're in here. I don't know. It'd be easy to confuse him for a German officer, though, don't you think? I mean, if things get crazy out there, who knows? Bang! Enough. Watch where you're pointing that thing, Andrew. We're on the same side. And keep your politics out of this. Hey, relax. It's not even loaded.
On to the third mission. A to continue, these are our targets, and we want the Walter PPK for 175. You buy it with A, then push X, and we can buy the silencer. And then we can start the mission now with the silenced Walter PPK. So now this is the suit run, again killing is allowed, so we want to turn around straight away because there is 2 guards we have to kill. So now we have the PPK silenced pistol, so if you want the option to shoot your targets in the head over the wire, that is totally your call. You just have to make sure you don't get seen shooting them. I'm going to stick with the wire as I do throughout the most of the game. So we want to take this guy out here, and then we want to take his outfit, and we want to rush over to his body, which we walked past, which is over here. I have tried to make it brighter so you can see him, but as you can tell, this game is very dark. We're taking out the body just so he doesn't shoot us. There's a guy here, so as you can see, you can't wire him, no matter what you do. This is a civilian. So he is actually somebody that we have to use the PPK on. We can't whistle him away, he's just not listening. So headshot him with the PPK, and then we can take his outfit and then put the soldier's outfit back on. Now we can actually go the way we're supposed to get inside. So we want to go up the stairs here, now that we're inside. And through the door here. There'll be 2 guys playing cards. You got 2... Once he's done talking, we've got 2 options for the outfit. I prefer option A because it's just easier, but option B is waiting for the guy to go to sleep, the other guy to go in the room and picklocking the door. There's an outfit in there that's the exact same one we're getting. Option A is wait for this guy to go into the room. Once he does, closing the door, getting out our PPK, taking ourselves a nice headshot, giving him some good rest, and taking his outfit. We don't even need to hide his body, it doesn't matter if they spot it because this is just the outfit run. So now we can head off to the next area, and we've got another guy straight away that we have to kill for his outfit. There's 2 people in here, as you can see. They both have the outfit we're wearing, so they're not the people we need. This guy here as well has the same outfit. Just in case you might have wanted to kill one of them instead, I thought I would mention them. Of the guy in the bed. So the guy we do want to kill is in here, and if I've timed it right, he should come in. Yep. And this is the guy we want to kill. He's a different soldier outfit because he has the symbol on his arm, as opposed to no symbol on the arm. So we want to throw his soldier outfit on. And then we can come through here. Now what you're supposed to do is turn on the light there, but an easy way to get past this guard is to whistle right here. And then go around. As you can see, the guard has now left his post and we can just run straight in. Go through these doors. And we have to whistle here so that way the guard looks away. And once he's not facing the doorway, we can just walk in. And now we just have to wait for the captain to come in. Once the captain comes in, we will be able to kill him and take his outfit. As you can see, he's coming back. So now we can choke him. And we can take his outfit. The elevator access card is on his desk. I wanted to take it just so you know what to do. And the elevator access card will access this elevator. So now we can restart. This is the stealth run. We're only killing the targets. So straight away we want to head forward. To the left here. And then the left again, there's an alley here. And we want to head inside the building. And we want to head straight to our right. Head over to the left here. Whistle at this. And then head around the stairs. And hopefully we can go past the soldier behind him like so. This will stop him from caring about us being in here. Run past that guard as quickly as possible. Then over here we want to do the same thing that we did previously. Whistle here. And then go around. And this is where we want to stop because we need to make sure that the guard is away from this door. So get into a crouching position so that we're ready to pick lock the door, and then we can just watch his movements until he starts to walk off. Once he starts to walk off, we can open the door and then we can quickly pick lock the door. And once we go in the door, we can put on the soldier outfit. Now we have to get the key card from the general. Distract the guard, wait till he turns his head, and come in and collect the key card. I tried to collect it from this side since the general was there, but it wouldn't let me, so you have to collect it on the general side, but that's okay. He turned his back, so I picked it up. And he doesn't get fully suspicious, so there's no problem picking it up in front of him. Then we can go into the elevator. And now we can head down to kill our targets. There will be a moment, I'll mention it now since we're heading down the elevator, where we need, we'll mention to save it because we need to do a perfect rewire. I'm not going to save it because I don't need to, but it will be in your best interest if you do, so that you can perform a perfect rewire, and if you stuff up, you've got a point of reference to go back to retry. So we want to go this way. This area can get a little confusing because it's so big. You want to head to your right here, down this tunnel and to your left. Follow this tunnel. And then we want to head to the right here. Now, sometimes this works, sometimes this doesn't work. This time it didn't work, but it's fine. So you want to get both these guards to basically go away. This guard didn't, but I decided to wait till he looked away. And then when they both didn't, I tried to... get them to come over here. This guy left, but this guy was just refusing. So I figured maybe I could slip behind him. Like so. But unfortunately they noticed me. And it's fine. If they notice you, you can just slide down this tunnel here. And then just wait. It takes a lot longer, unfortunately. But, you know, I like being able to show you everything. And so if the whistling doesn't work to get past them, you can just run through them, go into this tunnel and wait them out. They will eventually leave back to their posts. And we can just sit here in this tunnel, not getting in trouble. For some reason, this guy here wouldn't stop looking for me for the longest time. I don't think the air is supposed to look that much, but yeah, he would not light up. I thought maybe I should move away from the tunnel opening. He even interrupts the target because he just doesn't want to stop searching. So yeah, I move away because I'm like, maybe I need to move away. I've never had them search this long, and I'm just like, come on, I'm trying to do a video here. No one wants to watch guards just roaming around. But this is still the best way to get a stealth kill on this guy, like the achievement requires. And I don't mind that they did this because, as I said, it gives you guys options. If the whistle doesn't work for you, you know you can run in and just hide down here. He even brought the first guard back, which I was really quite surprised about. But they've finally given up the ghost, and they're now leaving. So now we can go upstairs. And that's perfect timing too, because the target is in position. So while he's doing this to his stuff, we want to wait till he moves in close like that, and then push Y to activate this. This will get us our kill with him. If you go over to that steam, it will actually hurt you. So you gotta not do that. So we have to take photos and use the left stick to take the photos when they're got the little white dot instead of a red dot. I move his body just in case. Better to be safe than sorry. But we need to take his outfit. And I pick up his gun because why not? And now we can pass Mr. Security Guards. Hello to you too, buddy. And then we want to head left here and through this tunnel. And then right here. And then we want to head left. And we want to head right over here. We'll be sliding down some stairs. Well, a ladder, I should say. And then we want to go this way to where we'll be jumping over a railing. And if you get lucky like I did, you can get stuck. But the guy, if he's not looking at the device, you can walk over to and switch it to the fourth electrical panel by holding Y and pushing up. Then we can save it here before you activate this and push Y. This is the perfect rewire you have to do. You have to match the symbols, and I've made it so it's not, the brightness hasn't affected it, so that way you can see what you have to actually do. And we have to make no mistakes when doing this. So that's why I said save it before you activate it. And once you do it without making any mistakes, the achievement will unlock. Perform a perfect rewiring. So now we can head off. And we can go to the exit because we are done. Our target has just died as we got in the elevator. Leaving this place can be a little confusing because it's like a maze. But if you follow my route, you should be fine in finding your way out. When you get here, this is where you can get a little lost. You want to see that ladder there? That's the ladder, knowing you're going the right way. And this guy blocked my exit. When this happens, when the NPCs do this, crawling seems to get you past them. You can clip through them when you crawl, but running at them, you can't seem to do that. So we want to run down this alleyway that I took you down already. That's the reason why we went down this alleyway, so you knew where it was. And mission finished. That'll get us ghost rating. And it'll also get you an achievement for finishing level 3.
Ik wil een in doen. Ik wil een in doen. Come on, come on. Where are you? Bingo.
Amazing. How you survived an operation like that, I do not know.
It was Rambaldi. If he hadn't showed up...
You are too modest, Simeon.
Comrade Strogoff, how would you describe Pearson?
Unprofessional and reckless. Out of the corner of my eye, I could see him aiming his gun at me. Just to get a kick out of it, I'm sure.
That's quite an accusation, Colonel.
I know what I saw, Lieutenant.
Some more tea?
Thank you. It's not necessary. You called me to talk about Rambaldi and some operations 2 decades ago. What's so interesting about these past events?
I'm not interested in past events, Semyon. Present. Do you know what became of Rambaldi after the war?
We have not kept in touch, unfortunately.
Your American colleague fared very well. He is now a high-ranking agent in the CIA. This morning, he contacted us directly and offered to participate in a joint secret operation. He also asked for you by name. For some reason, Semyon, he really trusts you.
And do we need this operation?
There are many in the government that don't believe so. In reality, it's because both of our countries have become hawks after what happened in Cuba. No one wants to show they actually prefer peace. What Rambaldi disclosed, though, involves an anti-government conspiracy. If it is ignored, it could lead to war.
What are my orders?
Semyon Alexievich, you will meet with Rambaldi in New York. He'll take it from there. This will be completely covert. We need to be able to deny your involvement should anything go wrong. Even HQ cannot know.
Of course.
Do you remember Alexander Alekhine?
I was just a boy when he became world chess champion, but I remember.
Chess. Appropriate, don't you agree? Agent Semyon Alekhine.
Indeed, General.
You leave in the morning. Lieutenant Pavlova will accompany you.
I don't need a babysitter.
Good. I don't need you slowing me down.
At ease.
Have a good time in the park, you two.
Thank you. I'm so sorry my husband is such a grouch. I'm sure the park will cheer him right up, though. Do you think we will have time to walk around the city? I've always wanted to explore New York. Well, after the mission, we'll have time to visit Central Park at least one more time. So beautiful, don't you think?
Do we always have to talk, Comrade Pavlova?
I'm enjoying myself. You know, like we are not about to step into a high-risk operation, which we know absolutely nothing about. It's called fitting in, being a proper spy. You should try it sometime.
A proper spy does not wear so much perfume. You make yourself obvious and put both of us at risk.
And put both of us at risk. It is you who is obvious. No matter what, you walk, talk, and dress like a Soviet soldier. Even this coat could pass as a uniform jacket. But thank you for noticing my perfume.
I don't have time for this. But perhaps after the mission, we can go see more of the city.
You haven't aged at all, Semyon. Good to see you again.
You too, Vincent.
And you are, Miss?
Comrade Lieutenant Vera Pavlova. Hello.
Well, welcome aboard. I won't waste your time. Let's get right to it. A lot of people in the War Department were unhappy with the peaceful settlement of the Cuban Missile Crisis. There were budget cuts, contract terminations, things like that in the aftermath. And not long after that, we got word of a plot involving officers from multiple agencies, including the CIA. These conspirators are aiming to bring the Cold War to a new level, set the world on fire, so to speak. Well, I got a team of people who can be trusted, but I need you on this, Semyon. You are the best operative I know. Besides, you're not CIA, so no one on the inside will have any leverage against you.
So what information do you have?
We have wiretaps on a few conspirators we have leads on. Well, their plan is to sabotage military installations and pass it off as a Soviet act. And the conspirators within the CIA won't risk doing a lot of the dirty work themselves, so they employ people from the outside.
Like who?
The Mafia. Strange choice, to be honest, but maybe it's just the tip of the iceberg, I don't know.
Most likely.
Tomorrow night, one of the conspirators will meet a man from the Mafia. His name is Paul Capello. We need documents that are in Capello's possession. Familiarize yourself with everything here. Eliminating these two will buy us some time. Consider the operation a go.
So now we're on to the next level. I want to push A to continue, and this is where we can by the tranquilizer gun, so you want to unlock that, then push X and buy additional darts. This gives us a weapon that we can use to take targets out without them dying. So this is the suit run. Killing is allowed again. So we want to go over to the left here. And we want to be careful, but we want to take out this guy here. If you time it just right, you won't spook the worker. And we'll wait for the worker, and when he comes in, we can take him out. We want to pick the worker clothes up. Then we want to pick up the guard clothing. Then we want to head this way into this room here, and we want to pick up this clothing here. Once we have that clothing, we will be doing a little whistle separation. Because we don't want to alert people to what we're actually up to. But before we do that, we want to pick lock this door. When we go in here, there will be another member's clothing outfit that we can wear, and as you can see from wearing this one, they're two different ones. Then we want to go into this door here, and then we want to open this door here, and we want to whistle to call the two guys into the room. I was hoping to have the chef, but the waiter instead stayed around, which is fine. I thought by hanging around the chef he might not go back in the door, but he ignored me and went through, so that's fine, because you need one of the two anyway. So I just stuck with the waiter instead, closed the door, and took out the waiter. So we can now put the waiter clothing on. And then we can pick up his body and put it away, just so that we can get the chef in here as well. Into this little laundry hamper. Interesting fact, there's a second laundry hamper and you can't put his body in that one, which is quite funny in this room. It would have been cool if there was two storage components. So we're waiting for the chef to come into the room now. Close the door so that way no one can hear, and we can take out the chef. We can use the cook's clothing and just put his body over here, just so it's not in the doorway when we open it in case of anybody. And now we can head out to our next location. Close the door. This guy's literally by himself at all times, so we'll just quickly take him out. Grab the guard clothing, and then we can leave. Go through this door, and on our left here we get another waiter's outfit. So over here we will be saving it and killing someone, taking his outfit and loading it. Just because we cannot get him into any other kind of position. I accidentally pulled out the trank. So when I went for a headshot, I got a trank shot. So he took much longer, but you want to put his clothing on once you do it. Plaid shirt. Completely different to what we're used to. And once we load the game, we can go get the rest of the outfits. That outfit did count even though we loaded it. It's the whole reason why we did it. Just make sure you actually shoot him in the head with your PPK and not trank him like I did. You can jump over this here. And don't get caught on the fence like I did. Get to the ladder here. And if you whistle, the guards should leave. And then we can just walk in. The guards were being stubborn. I was trying to get to my weapons. If you push X, you can drop your weapons. I sped this up because it turned out the combat knife counted, so rather than you watch me get frisked twice, I sped it up just so I could come back to drop the combat knife, and you can watch the one frisk. Turns out they can detect the combat knife.
You're clean. Thank you. Move along.
So I want to head to the right here, and then to the left, and then close this door. We want to take out this person here. Because we dropped our guns, all we have is the wire. And we want to put on the masseuse clothing. And now we can save the game. And we can restart the mission. Now this is the stealth run, where we only kill the targets. And we will be doing it without changing outfit again, just like in the second mission, because the guards will not stop us. I'm a member. As you can see, we can run through. It's actually more handy doing it this way, because if we try to do this next part with an outfit, they actually have an animation that prevents you from doing it if they see you, and so this actually made it 10 times easier than if I was to try and do it stealthily. So walk over and then interact with the food so that we can edit the meal.
I don't think you belong in the
then push
kitchen.
B to pick up the poison food. And then we can leave the kitchen. And as soon as we walk out, they don't care. So here we drop the food just by pushing B. That preparation is for later. We want to get to our other target first, and we can quite literally just run into this room. If you run behind or in front of the guy, it doesn't matter. They won't stop us again, as I said. And we can head to the bath here and go into the sauna. And as you can see, our target is just there. And we timed it so well, he's actually heading to the baths right now. So he will walk in and then his bodyguard will walk in, so that's why we're hiding in here. But his bodyguard will then turn around and walk out, and that's when we can walk in. You want to stop when you get close to the door and close the door, and then push A to drown him. Then we can push B to pick up his body, and then we can drop his body in the water here by pushing B. That way they think he tried in the bathtub. Don't go right, go left. I went right accidentally. I'm sorry, I was in a restricted area. I'll leave. Now we're gonna go over to our plate of food that we dropped on the ground, which is right here. Push B to pick it back up. Just wipe the dirt off, it doesn't matter. And now this is the slow walking part, because unfortunately we can't walk any faster while we're holding food. As you saw playing the suit, we don't actually have to whistle this guy away, but I prefer it. It feels more natural whistling the doorman away while we're sneaking him with poison food. So depending on our timing depends on a few factors. Now we can't go over to the target. The target will immediately spot us and cower in fear. We cannot go over to the target. You also cannot take the briefcase that we need to take when the security guard is around, because if he sees you holding it, he will immediately shoot. These are two things I wanted to mention. It took me a long time to figure out how to do this without us having to cause too much commotion. So he will stand here and the guy will go into the sauna, and so now we can place down his poisoned food because he doesn't know we placed it. He'll assume our waiter did. And then we hide over here for now in the corner, and we wait for this guy to go away. He will stop at the entry point that the guy walked in and look at the briefcase, and that's how you know. If he saw you with the briefcase, he would take it. That's when you crawl, grab the briefcase immediately, and bolt. Well, he's still walking up the stairs. He doesn't have a chance to turn around. And now we just have to head to the exit. No outfit, max points. This route took me a long time to figure out, but was way easier than actually wearing an outfit, go figure. This is where the exit will be once the guy eats his last meal. He is over on the left there, and he's at the table, so we just have to wait. And there we go. Now we can leave. And easy RP points. And this will get you complete level 4.
Agent Pearson?
Well, it's been a long time, Semyon. Let me introduce you to the rest of the group.
Attention, everyone. I'd like everyone to meet the newest member of our team, Agent Semyon Alekhine. We go a long way back. Please welcome him. Over here. Now, these are our 4 researchers. All of them have only recently joined the CIA, but they're reliable. Peggy, Wesley, Henry, and Ivan.
Ivan?
Don't worry, he's not a Russian spy. That's Thomas Nelson. He's an incredibly talented translator, and he also makes a great cup of coffee.
I'm the best there is.
At translating or making coffee?
Coffee, of course. Would you like a cup?
In a bit, Nelson, after we get some things out of the way. All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen up. We're about to enter the active phase of our operation. We'll be acting boldly and quickly. Now, the research team will be analyzing the contents of that briefcase. Now, Shaw and Capello are minor players, but let's see if there's any chatter about them. Now, we know that the conspirators are working on several fronts simultaneously. If we're going to go after any of them, we're going to need to go after them all at once. Like the Hydra's heads.
Not quite like Hydra's heads, but I see your point.
I suppose you're right. Anyway, here's what you need to focus on next. Alejandro Vargas. He first came to the attention of the CIA in the late 50s. We put pressure on him before, and he was able to give us some minorly useful information. But now Vargas undoubtedly is playing a more significant role. Similar to Capello, he meets regularly with a known conspirator. The meetings are typically held at his biker club in Texas.
What's the plan?
Grab Vargas and bring him back here for interrogation.
You know I can interrogate him on site.
I don't doubt that for a second, my friend. But he's more valuable to us here. Besides, we don't want to make it too easy. And one more thing. There was a reporter looking into Vargas who has suddenly gone missing. He must have stumbled onto something. See if you can determine his whereabouts while there.
Whatever he had on Vargas ought to be useful to us. I'll see what I can do. But I'm not bringing him back here, too.
So now we're on to the next mission, which is an interesting one that we cannot get Ghost on. I mean, it would be possible if you didn't have to knock him out, but unfortunately we do. So you want to hit A to continue, and then we can start the mission. You can bring poison if you want. I don't, because there's another method to kill him that I like instead, but the option's there if you want to take the poison. So this is the suit run, killing allowed again. So this is Angels in Texas. Very interesting mission, and one you'll be seeing twice. So we want to head this way, which is down from where we start, to get our first suit, basically, or outfit, however you want to refer to it. As you can see, there is a mechanic there and a mechanic there. Neither of their outfits are different, but what we want to do is kill this guy. And then go over and give his buddy a free hug. And we'll put his outfit on since we were nice enough to give him a hug. As you can see, it didn't come up with the option to wear the outfit. That's because they're the same one. We just wanted to get them both out of the way so that way it didn't raise the alarm. There's a hell of a lot of bikers, so you want to try and avoid raising alarms. Now we want to rush over here to the gas station, I guess you'd call it. There'll be two bikers out the front having a discussion.
I got extra you can borrow. Ah, shut up. Yeah, your mom. I gotta go take a leak.
Once he goes into the place, we can kill this guy. And then we can go into the bathroom and kill his buddy. his outfit on. And then we can go over here to kill the gas station attendant. And we can put his outfit on and then put the biker outfit back on. There's a gate here that you can go through. Then we can go this way and upstairs. This is where the tank dart comes in handy, or the chloroform, depending on what you want to use. I use the chloroform because I wanted to have one less chloroform that I needed to do.
Boss is busy. Come back later.
But we can chloroform him. And if they know you're going to chloroform them, they will come up with a takedown. I'm pretty sure always comes up with a takedown though, because you're supposed to. The boss doesn't unfortunately have an outfit. We can't carry him around in his underwear. Would have been funny as if we could have. But we want to put him here. The reason we're taking him out is so he doesn't get in the way. Because he will get in the way. I also forgot to get the office key.
Boss is busy.
So the office key allows us to get into here. So now that that guy's walked away, we want to whistle. And we want that guy to go away so we can get this guy.
Oh, what's the matter now?
And since he now has walked in, I'm going to close the door and take out the bodyguard. Now we want to put on the biker's costume. That flickering you saw was the beam. It wasn't the footage playing up. It was the camera playing up in the game. So now we can go down this way. And to our right here, we'll have a bald guy here that we want to kill. Before we kill him, because he's the wrong guy, we want to kill this guy who's the chef. The bald guy we actually want to kill is a security guard at a different spot. Sorry for getting confused. I always put this guy's body over here just in case. Last thing you want is them on alert. So see that bodyguard there with the muscles? He's the one we want. So in here we'll have this woman. Now I don't approve of this, but shoot her in the head. Pick up her body and put it in the cupboard. In there is some donuts, and that's the item you poison. I'll mention that since I want to give you the option to poison him as well. And if you can put the poison on the donuts, you can kill him that way. But now we're just waiting for him to come through. This is the target, and the target that we're going to kill actually has his own outfit as well. As you can see, the donuts are right there. Those are the donuts you need to poison. There is no poisonous in this level, I will mention that as well, so that's why you have to bring it in. So now we're waiting for the security guard, the buff guy I was talking about. We want his outfit. I'm getting impatient waiting. He does come through because he has his own room, but he's taking his sweet time about it. So I'm just going to attempt to try and whistle him in because I can't be bothered waiting.
What's going on over there now?
So I'm going to bump into him to keep him annoyed by me.
All right.
Well, in that case, I'll just take this guy out. Don't need his outfit, but this will get us the muscly guy, because I can't be bothered waiting for the muscly guy to do his routine. Hide his body, so then we can call in the muscly guy and kill him. Mr. Muscles!
What's the matter now?
Not you. And now we can put on his. I wanted to show you it was a different outfit by wearing the guy that we killed because they look exactly the same. But as you can see, his clothes and the target clothes are different. So we have one last target, and it's another one we're going to have to do a save load like we did with the last level. So pull out the Walter PPK, shoot this guy in the head, and then push Y. And then we can load it, or restart the mission I should say, and now we can do our stealth run. And only killing the targets, well, only killing one target and kidnapping another. So I find the best practice for this level is once you get into it, it's the first thing you should do. You guys will be able to save, so it'll make it a lot easier for everyone watching. But the first thing you should really do is kidnap the guy. Focus on the target afterwards. Kidnap the guy first, in my opinion, because carrying his body is excruciatingly slow. I mean, I understand it would be because you know you're carrying a person and dead weight and all, but would have been nice if they zhuzhed it up a bit and made it a bit faster. This game really needed a brightness setting. It's unfortunate it's so dark. So we want to crawl past this guy and go downstairs. We're sneaking in without an outfit, but we will be getting an outfit. Make sure there's no one in the hallway. And then you want to save it here because we'll be getting an achievement. And you want to picklock this door with no mistakes. It's 4 prongs. And by now you should be used to the picklocking system, so you should be able to figure out which ones will unlock it and which ones won't. And if you don't, well, you can save and load until you do. That's why I said save before. But once you've done that, we can walk in and we'll get a cutscene, but we'll also get an achievement. Congrats on the locksmith achievement for a perfect lockpicking attempt. So you want to put on the outfit on the chair here. And this is the only outfit we need for this level. Then we want to go down here. Past the bald guy I mistook. Into this room. And grab the aphrodisiac. I had to think for a second. I'm like, I knew the word, and I'm like, aphrodisiac, that's the word. You don't often hear that one. So he's in his office, and so we gotta wait, so I just like to sit behind this door and wait for him to leave. Once he leaves, we can get the key, which we will need off his desk that we got from the previous run. And we can also put the aphrodisiac into something that he will consume. Alright, he's leaving. Close the door and close that door and put the aphrodisiac in his, I'd say that's either whiskey or rum. And then go onto the table here and grab the office key. Then we can go left into the office, and here we can attempt a rewire on this amplifier. As you can see, I made a mistake, but that's okay. Plenty of time to do this. Now you can pick up the radio, or amplifier I should say. And then leave the amplifier here with B. We want to head over to the room that we got the aphrodisiac from. I actually was going to attempt, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but I thought I'd include it in case it works for you. You can sometimes whistle him over here and wait for the others to go away and then take him out and they don't spot it, but I unfortunately didn't get that this time, but that's okay. I just wanted to show that there is options.
What's going on over there?
See, and there's the boss. I was hoping to get him to stay in position. But as you can see, he just continued walking off. But that's okay, because we can close the door here and knock him out anyway, which was the plan. So you want to use the chloroform, or if you bought your tranquilizer, you want to trank him. I prefer the chloroform since we need to do some chloroforms. It's less we have to do. Either way, he's knocked out and we've got ourselves a body lying there. So we can open this door and leave, making sure that the guard isn't there. That's why I opened my map. And this is the tricky bit. So we've got to get this guy here to not be looking at us and then get his attention. He's sort of broken.
Hey, who's there?
There we go. Once he turns around, that means he's going to investigate the sound. But the main reason we did that is to force him to move from that spot, because he actually has a cycle he follows, but sometimes he'll break and just stand guard there. So that sort of fixes it. As you can see, he's wandering off. So that means now he's going to follow his route, and this guy also wandered off, so we can pick up the body. And unfortunately, I was a little too early. He hadn't fully left yet, but I thankfully ducked behind the door. So just make sure you check your map next time and make sure the guy's completely at his post. I almost got spotted and the whole mission was over, but thanks to my quick reflexes, I was safe, thankfully. So there's a guy in the toilets here, as you can see, so I think I have time to get him out, so I'm going to risk it. But normally you wait for the door to open and he will stand in the corner, and then once he goes back into the bathroom, but then you do this part. But as you can see, I timed it just right. He's doing his little thing now. So this is going to be hard to see because it's dark, and I do apologize for that, but unfortunately this is a game thing, so I can't actually make the footage any better than I have. So there is a guy, and it's very hard to see, but he's in the corner right there. As you can see where the dot is, next to the white dot, just down there. That guy there, while he's in that position, can spot you while you're going around the corner. Now we could go through the garage, but there's two people to deal with, and so I prefer to wait him out and go this way over trying to get around two people in the garage. You want to sit at this distance because if you're too close to the car, he can spot you as well. But once he starts to walk off, we can safely, as he started now, we can safely walk. Just make sure you hug the fence. And then we can go to the boot, and we can place him inside our boot. This is why I said, in my opinion, that is the hardest part of this mission, and now we've done it. Now we can kill the guy, or the target that we have to kill, and then head back to the car to end the mission. Like I said, you can poison the donuts if you want. There is also a way to kill him by dropping a cage on him, but in my opinion the best and easiest method to kill him is with the deadly amplifier. So that is what we're gonna go get, and I do forget about it for a second, but I retrieve it. I probably could have placed it in the hallway, but it's okay, it still worked out. So at the moment he's currently playing his guitar, so we actually have to wait it out, which is annoying, but it can't be helped. He stops for a second to turn around and look at me, and I'm thinking, oh good, he's done, and then he re-picks up his guitar and continues playing. And because we delayed him and not the piano player, he's now doing a solo. Nice performance, buddy. I hear your next one's going to be to die for. Replace the amplifier. And now we can head to the car. And the best part is, we got ourselves a brand new amplifier for when we get back home. So we can wait at the car door now, because that's where the exit is. Change the map with X for the floor. Pick the first floor, and as you can see, the 1 is where he's located. He's currently in the room with the woman from the earlier that we put away. She gives him a dance if you wait in that room. Because I tested using the poison, and there is a method to do it without her getting alerted, which is just by timing when he's about to drop down on the ground and whistling instead, so she gets distracted by your noise and not his. But I enjoy the amplifier kill because we can then go to the car. If the donut kill, we didn't have to be there to stop her from spotting the body, then I wouldn't have minded it. But with this one, we just have to wait for him to go onto stage and play a deadly riff. So he's on stage now, so we're just waiting, and we get to leave with a brand new amplifier. We got to trade out our broken one, so what a deal for us. And there we go, he's now dead, so we can escape. And the mission's completed. And that'll get you deduction for finishing level 5.
You don't mind, right? It's too bright for me. Now give me a second. I'm just filling out some of the necessary papers. When you start talking, there won't be any time for it.
What makes you think I'll talk?
2 of my colleagues already talked to you. But now it's time for a different conversation.
Oh, all right. Good cop, bad cop?
Now, we don't have time for good cop, bad cop, Alejandro. You'll just have to settle for my KGB friend over here. I believe you've already met. And when he's done with you, you can let your ligaments heal up in a federal prison. You see that? There's enough here to put you away for life. But it doesn't have to be that way, son. Good. I was curious to see what happens behind KGB doors.
I was only responsible for one thing. Recruiting. That's all I ever did, man.
How would you get orders or instructions?
Most of the time they were just written instructions. Dropped off for me in garbage bags, always in different places. Then I'd tell the recruits where to go for pickup. Always along a highway, marked by a standing soda bottle. I heard they were taken to training camps after that.
Where are these camps?
I don't even know where the recruits get picked up exactly. How am I supposed to know where they go after that? I mean...
He's telling the truth.
Undoubtedly. He's scared.
They all act so tough, but deep down they're just fearful little boys playing for.
You think that of me, Agent Pavlova?
Your contacts, do they have any names?
They're not stupid, man. Besides, even if I did, and I ratted on them, I'd take life in prison any day.
How many did you speak to? What did they sound like? Were they CIA?
I can't say any more, man.
That's enough for today. Did he say anything useful? Not really. Just some new things for us to look into. I'll interrogate him tomorrow. You always wait till tomorrow. Maybe the conspirators will postpone their plans till tomorrow, too. Stop joking. Or whatever. If we're just going to sit here all night, then I'm going to go make some coffee. Too bad Tommy isn't here. Well, what about you, Semi?
No, I'm getting rest. Tomorrow we strike them again, regardless of how things go with Vargas.
In every incident we've dealt with so far that has any connection to the Mafia, these two names keep popping up. Mob boss Marco Cataldo and his right-hand man, Domenico Margaretti.
I took a look at Wesley's report on Capello's documents. It looks like the Mafia is playing a crucial role in this conspiracy.
Now, taking these two out will be huge.
What's this?
Oh, sorry. I don't know how... Well, this is my wife and son. I want to retire when this operation is finally over. You know, I missed all his childhood. I'm afraid to miss everything else.
At least you have them.
I have them, but I don't have them. Not with this life. Anyway, let's get started.
That sounds nice, Vincent. Retirement, I mean. We'll get you there. Vincent, does anyone else know what was in Capello's documents?
Well, just me, you, and Wesley.
Good.
Well, why's that? I trust everyone else.
Just caution. Trust has nothing to do with it. See you back at the safe house.
So now we're on to the next mission. So we want to make sure we bring the tranquilizer, the weather, PPK, if you need them. Stealth run only, killed the targets. We no longer have to do outfit runs, which is sweet. So I'm apologizing in advance, but again, this isn't really my fault. The game is very dark, and this was the best I could do without the footage being, you know, wrecked, to make it a little bit brighter so you can see. But basically, the idea is to stick to the wall here. We're heading to the back area to get an outfit so that we don't get shot to pieces, because there are a lot of guards. So right here, when we pass this tree, or just before it, you want to crawl and run, because the guy will spot you. I like to wait till I hit the next tree before I get up, which is right here. And then we can climb over this fence with A. And then drop down and then keep following this. Now we want to go over here to the middle, these two, and one guard, as you can see, is walking away, and one guard is facing the window we want to go in. Once that guard turns away, we can rush for the window, and inside will be the outfit we need. Just down here is the outfit we need. There'll be another outfit that we get as well. But first we have to take somebody out. But before we do that, I always like to do the hardest part of this mission, in my opinion. The hardest part of this mission is getting through these bodyguards so that you can get into this room to get the microfilm. Because you can pick lock the door that guy's coming away from. But I like to wait till he's right there, and as you can see they walk over, and then it gives us time to pick lock this door. We gotta do 3 locks before he gets back. And it can be very stressful because he doesn't give you much time, and you can't... See right here I'm panicking a little bit. Because I can see them in the background, moving around, and it's worrying. He doesn't see, if he had turned right then and I hadn't got in, he would have found me. He does not give you much time, so it's very panic-inducing. But you want to move the photo out of the way and then pick this safe, which is quite easy. It's just difficult not to knock. As you can see. Then we want to take the microfilm. Then for stealth purposes, close the safe, move the painting. No one will know we were here. Except for the unlocked door that we broke, but I won't tell if you don't. So now we've done the hardest part in the mission, in my opinion. We can do the second hardest part in the mission. There's a couple of hard parts in this mission. Just FYI. So this second part, we're going to be getting some, what's it called? Anesthetic, I think. So here I attempt to pick lock the door because they're distracted. And I was so close, but he saw me. So now I have to wait. Basically what we're after will put him to sleep. Now that he's gone, we can go back to picklocking. Once we've done that, we can go over here and get the sulfuric. Ah, not anesthesia, sulfuric. I always forget the name of it. I don't like to put it in the drink myself because there's so much that can go wrong. So what I actually like to do is get the bartender here away from his post and place it into the drink so he does it for me. There's a bodyguard, as you can see, that's coming over. He's who I really dislike because he makes this even more hard than it should be. But anyway, I whistled him away. As you can see, the bodyguard decided to come, so I was like, God damn it. And he didn't even come anyway when I whistled him. He's not listening. So now we gotta wait for the bodyguard. And make sure that the waiter doesn't try to serve the drink yet.
This is a restricted area.
Turn on over there.
This is a restricted area. what's the matter now?
Got him further away because he noticed me. And the security guard's coming back, but I wait. Once he turns his head away, it gives you a brief time to place it in. He will spot you, but you should make it.
This is
As you see, I just made it. That bodyguard is the most annoying. I would have been able to do it beforehand if I didn't have to whistle him twice, but unfortunately I did. But it's in now, and that's the 3 hardest parts in this mission. Once you do those 3 hard parts, mission's cake. It's nice and easy. So we have to head here, and we have to head up to the 3rd floor.
Where the hell is that cook? It's been over an hour. I'm the one who's gonna get chewed out if the boss.
These guys won't stop us at all. We can whistle him, and then turn on the radio. This part's very tricky, but if you time it just right, you can carefully, and I mean carefully, walk onto this, and the guy won't notice you while you're on this. So we go to the 3rd floor, and as you can see, that's the target there. But for some reason, rather than come and deal with the radio, he decided to go back to the painting, so we have to wait for him. But that's okay, because as you can see on the main floor, the courtyard, the 2nd target is busy doing his thing as well, so either way we'd be waiting. You have to very carefully walk onto that because you can fall off, and you don't want to fall off. Luckily you can save before you walk on it, but yeah, it makes it so much easier to be on this. Here he is. So we can get into a crawling position, we can go behind him, and we can push him. And that eliminates him. Now we can picklock this door. We can get ourselves another outfit. Now this outfit should unlock the outfit achievement, but it didn't for me until the next mission. But that's okay. It means we were 1 outfit short. But we'll get it next mission, if you don't get it this mission either. So you want to leave your playing card as part of the frame job we have to do, and we have 1 last target, and then we can leave. So we're all good now. We want to head downstairs to the 2nd floor and then head this way. And then we want to go over to the side of the bed and grab the pillow. And then we want to come over here. And as you can see, he is still there, having his drink, I think, at the moment. Oh no, he hasn't had the drink yet. He takes a while to have the drink, which is annoying. He's just sitting in his jacuzzi, yucking it up. Doesn't he know he's got someone waiting in his room for him? Oh, there we go. He's on his way finally. Must have heard me. This pillow's nice. I wonder if it's satin. Doesn't even offer me any food. You know what we do to rude hosts? And you can take his gun, because why not? He's not going to need it. And then we can leave. And the best part is, we got ourselves a new pillow. I think this is satin. And finishing that mission will get us the next achievement, calling card, for finishing level 6.
You're putting the life of the president in that man's hands.
It wasn't my decision. Regardless, we don't know for sure the president is in danger. They can take a look at the microfilm in Washington and decide for themselves.
What do you mean he is dead? Relax. Yeah, it was drastic, but I did what I had to do to get answers. And how was I supposed to know he couldn't take it? Get your damn hands off me. What the hell, Andrew? Vargas was starting to talk. He would have given us all the answers we needed. Starting to talk? He was talking just enough to get us to ease up on him. He was buying time.
Let me know when the boys are finished.
At least we had something to work with. We didn't have shit. It was a mistake to work with him in the first place. You abduct a small-time crook like Vargas for questioning, but you off some high-profile guys like Cataldo. And the playing card. Really? They're on to us. They're going to be operating well below the radar now. This still gives us time. Well, congratulations. You bought us a few more days of waiting at the cost of the entire operation. I'm going to Washington, but you know what? If we can't stop this, if everything fails and the president... You will be personally responsible. I understand Andrew's concern, but sometimes he thinks he only answers to himself. His decisions, his plans, his methods. And if things don't go his way, he thinks it's the end of the world.
What if he's right?
Well, we can't give up. Peggy and Wesley have taped several encrypted calls from Miami. After what Vargas said, we started looking into these camps of his. Right here. 130 miles from Miami. Since the late 40s, there's been a small camp and a military post. There's also an unusual amount of radio chatter for an abandoned site. I'll arrange a plane. Vera can drive you to the airstrip. Godspeed, Semyon.
I find that hard to believe. Name one thing.
Well, for example, the opera.
Opera? Do you really like the opera? Why you've never said anything before?
When would I have mentioned such a thing? Oh, hello. I am Colonel Semyon Strogov. I like the opera.
I can't see it at all. The opera? So, what you know from the opera?
Parsifal, the Rheingold, Valkyrie. Have you heard of them?
All German operas. So that's what you did over there. I thought you fought.
Oh, if only I wasn't fighting all the time.
I have misjudged you, Semyon. I've never been to the opera.
So let's go. After all of this.
Is that an order, Colonel?
An invitation, Lieutenant.
In that case, I accept.
So we're on to the next mission now. You'll want to take the tranquilizer gun You can get rid of the PPK for now. And the poison. We want the poison because it's the easiest way to kill this guy. This is the stealth run only. So what I'm actually going to attempt to do is something I won't recommend you do, but I'm going to take out the target with chloroform. Because like I said previously, I wanted to add more chloroform. But I would recommend, if you're not willing to risk it, to go with the tranquilizer. Because we're not going for a ghost rating, you could also trank someone else and take their outfit, and then take the outfit we're going for. But in my opinion, this is the easiest way to do this. So we want to take this guy out with either chloroform or with your tranquilizer, and close the door and take his outfit. And then we can set up the transmitter. And that outfit should be your last one for Chameleon if you didn't get it in the last mission for obtaining all disguises in the game. Very thankful the devs fixed that achievement. It's nice when devs do care about stuff like that. Let's move his body out of the doorway. We only need the sailor outfit in this mission, that's it. No other outfits. This is a long mission just because of all the travel time, because there's no vehicles or anything to cut that down. You have a couple of options I can suggest for this part. We have a guard here, so you can try and get him into this area here, and you can chloroform or trank him just before he turns away. You can chloroform or trank him. I personally just prefer to wait out his little routine and then picklock the door. The target we have to kill, the reason I suggested to bring the poison is because there's a few ways to kill him. You can suffocate him. You could probably pop him in the head with a bullet. You can garrote wire him. But in my opinion, because it's just the travel time, poison's the easiest because you can set the poison up and then straight away head to the exit, which cuts down a lot of time. Whereas if you garrote wire him, you gotta wait for the animation to finish. You shoot him, it's not too bad. Choice is yours in the end, but I recommend the poison. I never tested the C4 that you can get and putting it on his car because I was too worried it would blow up other people and not just him, but that is also an option if you want to try. But if it blows up anybody else, you will have to do a different method because we're only allowed to kill our targets. That is the achievement we're working on and have been working on from the start. We just want to follow this path until we get to their camp. So when we run through this, we will get into an area we're not supposed to be in, but as soon as we get on this, they stop carrying. So we have to jump over here and then whistle. Then jump over again and open this door and just peek around the corner. We want to see the guy we have to kill leave, which we just have, so we can rush in, close the door, and then crawl. The reason for closing the door is because if they see us, for some reason they will follow us. I was trying to close the door there, but it wouldn't let me. Now we don't have much time, but you want to pour poison into each drink. And now we can exit. And as you can see, he was coming back, so it's a very tight window, but it's doable. I recommend saving before you run in, past that bodyguard. But now we can go to the exit, as I explained earlier. And we don't have to worry or anything, he'll die once he has his drink. I actually tried to race him, or race his death I should say, and beat him to the exit before he died. I thought that'd be a fun little way to distract myself from this long trek that we have to do. So you can see the path kind of splits up here, it gets a little bit confusing. You want to head left though, not right. So you want to head this way. And look, we almost made it before he died. That's this mission done. And I accidentally hit the
What if Pearson was right?
A button, but it passed away. And that's level 7 completed.
We've halted their recruitment. Mafia families are in disarray. We've handicapped their mercenary camps. If they had the opportunity to launch an attack on a military base or a major city, the country would have gone into a frenzy. Everyone would be consumed by the Red Scare and call for some kind of retaliation. But we stopped them. Still, we know nothing. We're still in the dark about so many things. Who was behind all of this? What kind of signal was Vargas talking about? What are we not seeing in our investigation? And why hasn't Barbara picked up the phone? Did she go to her mother's? No. She would have called. Where is Pearson? Where is Peggy, Henry, and the others? It's not like them to be late.
So now we're on to the next mission. You want the tranquilizer gun again? That gun is very important. So this is our stealth run only, killing only the targets. So this is, what I do is a little bit risky, and I really wouldn't recommend it. I'd really recommend you sticking to the tranq gun, but I wanted to see if I could do it. I just wanted to push that little envelope a little bit further and see if it was completely possible. So this bush here is the one where we can see our target and he can see us if we don't crawl. But the thing we can't see, and even with me highlighting the footage, it's very hard to see, just in the distance at the well I guess you'd call it. Well, it's not even a well. It's just a dugout, basically, where they got their mounted gun ready. But we want to get the trank out, and once we see that guy walk off, you want to trank him. But I want to get a chloroform in. I almost get spotted doing it. See, the guy walked off now. So I run in. Chloroform. Risky as, because he's gotten even closer to the guy and everything. But pick up his body and let's quickly head off. Look at that, I pulled it off. Couldn't believe I did. Alright, we want to use the soldier's clothing. It's the only clothing we need. Not sure why I'm crouching. I guess I was still in stealth mode. But we want to go this way. And then on your left here, there's a bridge we can take across. We can go in here. There's a guy working at the radio, so we just have to wait for him to sit down. If you turn it off while he's investigating like that, he doesn't go to investigate the light. So we have to wait till he sits down and starts to jot stuff down. Now we turn off the light, he'll get up. Once he starts to head off, we should quickly head over to the device and push Y. And we'll have just enough time to send our radio signal, our radiogram, before he comes back. I wanted to test if it was possible, if we could do it before the other objective, because there's a secret objective we don't know about, and it is possible to do that objective first, which I think is hilarious. So what you want to do is come over here, and it will come up with damage the wire. You want to damage the wire. Then you want to come over here and you want to turn on the generator. Then you want to go over here, go into this room, turn on the radio on your left here. And the guy that's standing up near his desk, we gotta wait till he goes for that radio, which is the part that can take a little bit sometimes, because he's very on edge.
Why is the radio on? I told them, no music, no noise.
As you can see, he turned around on me. Wasn't supposed to. Now we want to push Y on the radio to edit the battery. And then run off. Continue this way.
Hold it. This is a restricted area. Yes. One more thing.
While that guy's having a conversation, you gotta be quick. You can pick lock the door. That's why I just ran in. You'll have enough time to pick lock the door just. But you gotta be quick. That's why I said you gotta be quick. Look how look at that timing. I just got it before he saw me. So when he walks off, we can take photos of the objective Again, this one's a little bit iffy on timing. We just got to be quick with our left stick movement so that we can take the photos and not have to worry. So now we can sit near the second objective, which is to get the personnel files, and once he turns around to go into the other room, we will be able to get those because we have already unlocked it. And now we can leave the camp by the boat, because the target is already dead as well. That's what the generator was for, we electrocuted him to death.
Who's watching the Russian hornet? Carlos. Carlos? He almost killed her last time.
And that gets us goodbye Colonel for completing mission 8.
Vera.
Semyon. I was taken from the plane as soon as I arrived. They knew I was coming. They knew every. There's no way anyone could have known so quickly. Someone from the inside leaked the information. Someone we all trusted. I realized then that all of our shortcomings were not just a coincidence. Vargas' death during the interrogation was no accident. You know who did this. Promise me you'll retire when you return to Moscow.
Vera.
I was looking forward to all of this being over. We'd stay a few days, visit Central Park one more time, maybe find an opera.
We can, and we will. I'll get you out of here, and we can stay in New York as long as you want.
You don't need to say anything. Please. Goodbye, Colonel.
I wanted to fly back with her, but the mission could not wait. I could not let harm come to anyone else. I found plans for a sabotage mission while at the camps. They're targeting an aircraft carrier located off the coast of Cuba. It's all coming together. That's why the camps are out here. Still, an aircraft carrier is no easy target. I'm almost certain the captain is involved in some way. It was too risky to communicate with Rambaldi, and I only had hours to act. I decided to move in independently.
To the next mission. Stealth run only killing the targets. This mission has quite a few targets actually. So you can use chloroform or the tranquilizer gun again. You're gonna hear me say this quite often and have already heard me say this quite often. But I will continue to say it just in case, you know, this is the only level you've watched. So we're waiting at this doorway because there's a guy that comes through and we can take his outfit. There's two guys in there, so unfortunately we can't place the guy's body inside that room, but we will take his body to another room where no one goes. So once we chloroform the target, we can then wear his clothes. There'll be one other target we will be chloroforming as well to get their clothes. Now you don't need it for their clothes, but that's not the reason I actually chloroform them. Clothes are just a bonus, so I don't have to worry. The main reason is to get rid of them out of the situation so that it's much easier to pull off the assassination that I like to pull off. But now we can head off and we won't get spotted for not wearing anything. So you want to head down to your right here. This area can be very confusing. It took me a long time to memorize where to go and the right ways and stuff. So you want to go left here. We're going to the medic bay. You want to go left to this door and hopefully beat that guy because he will block the doorway on you otherwise. Head left again, and in here we want to grab the sulfuric. Then we want to turn around and go right through that door, and then right through the open doorway here that we came through, and back down these stairs. Then we want to turn right to go down this hallway, and then we want to turn left here at these stairs. See the second set of stairs? We walk past those and go through this door here. And turn to your right, and you'll see another set. This is the set we go up, and then we follow this. And then we head right here at the captain's room and left to go down these stairs. Then we head right, and on our left here is an area for us to come back to later with the targets. That area I just wanted to show you, but we head this way instead and left when we go through this door. Go through here and then left again, and if we timed everything, this guy shouldn't be at his destination yet, so we can quickly chloroform him, take his outfit, cook's clothing, and put his body away so that no one sees it. Here I tried interrupting them so I could get the sulfuric in him faster, but it wasn't worth the effort.
What's the matter now? What's the matter now?
What was that?
The only person you need to get away is the chef. The others don't care. Normally what you do is you just sit there and wait, and he will get up and leave, and then once he leaves you can place it in, but I wanted to do it beforehand, hoping that the guy would take the drink early, but that actually didn't happen unfortunately, which is okay. But you want to come into this room, make sure you close the door, otherwise they will spot you, and change back into your sailor outfit now that the drink's been poured and the sulfuric has been put in. And we want to go back to that room I showed you earlier. On your left here. And we want to go left here. We're going to be killing 2 targets here out of the 4 targets we have in this level. So you want to run past this guy and slide down here. Now we just have to wait so that way we can get the timing just right. Push Y to raise the pressure. And slide back down the stairs. The ladder, sorry. And then climb back up it so you can see what's going on. If he comes like he has for me, you just want to wait till he leaves. If you pick up the body, he will spot you, but if you do not pick up the body and just leave it, he won't spot it. Once he turns his back and leaves, we can pick up the body, and then we want to walk it down the hole we were in, and that will dump it in this section here where no one goes. And you want to go through this, and as you can see, this guy was working on the thing by the time I actually got here. Normally he's not. If he's not, you have to wait for him, but you want to get the engraved knife and then get it out and use it as a takedown. You have to make sure it's the engraved knife you use to kill him. Then place the engraved knife in the hand of the dead body here, and then go over to this and disarm the explosives. This is what he was arming. So we're taking out 2 targets, the third one ready to be taken out, and we've got 1 target left once we dispose of the third target. We only have the 4th target left to dispose of after that. So we want to head back to the kitchen. So head left here, and then head left. Well, head straight. As you can see, he's still in there, so yep, head left. And we're going to make ourselves some gumbo. I can't cut anything. I will get you an ingredient for your gumbo. I'm doing this to delay him, by the way. I'm actually deliberately disturbing him. Since he's an NPC and not a red guy, all he does is just get annoyed by it. He doesn't get alerted or care. The reason I'm doing this is because I'm waiting for the target. As you can see, the target's sitting at the desk and the target needs to have a drink. Once the target has the drink that we prepared for him, I'll let this guy go. Target's on their way. And now they're having the drink. There we go, we can let this guy go now. And he's going off to his path. We can pick up the body. And we can add an ingredient to the gumbo. Be careful when dropping it in, because if the button prompt disappears, then you just drop the body. But there we go, we added something to the gumbo.
What's the matter now?
So now we can go up the stairs and up these stairs to the left here and through this door. Through this door and this one here and to the left. And before we go up all the way, whistle.
What's the matter now?
This will remove the guard at the Admiral's door. So crawl and go through the door and then go up to the phone. If you skip the phone cutscene, it will glitch, so you have to watch the phone cutscene because it's just easier.
Lieutenant Automovitz on the wire. Sir? Yes, sir. I'll be right there.
So now we just have to wait for him. I like to hide here behind the cupboard with the photos. It's a nice little spot I think an assassin would hide. So you can view level 5 and we can watch him come to us. This is a pick your poison kind of kill. As in, you can use the garrote wire, you can use a knife, you can use a gun. Because we're not going for an accident kill for this one. This one we're just taking out the way he is. Once he comes into the room, wait till the door closes, and then take your kill. Put his body away. Go through the door. Down the stairs. And through this door here. And to your right and on your left will be another door. And then down this ladder. Then down here. And then drop down here and that'll finish the mission. And that'll unlock the next achievement for completing mission 9. Top shot.
November 27th. The accuracy of the information. My testimony will help confirm the accuracy of each operative's alibi when questioned by Internal Affairs. President Kennedy was shot today. An hour later, my family was murdered. I have nothing left, no future to live for. Those who shook my hands and swore on the Constitution to defend our country betrayed us all.
Agent Alekhine, or should I say, Semyon Alexeyevich Strogoff. Veteran of the Second World War, a member of the KGB of the USSR, and now the most wanted man in America. You see, the president was assassinated today, and an aircraft carrier off the coast of Cuba was attacked likely by a Russian sub. Now, I haven't received word of the attack yet, but it's only a matter of time. And now a Soviet spy is arrested right outside the CIA safe house where all of the agents have been systematically killed. The public will have no doubt who's to blame for this. No one will hesitate to accuse the Russians, and you, their agent. Of course, it doesn't hurt that Lee Harvey Oswald has confessed sympathy for the Soviet Union so openly. I found Lee 2 days after you removed Cataldo. We had to act quickly. Kennedy's assassination would signal the beginning of a main phase of the operation. His assassination almost didn't happen, of course, but then you handed the evidence to me. I must say, not very cautious of you, Agent Alekhine. Nothing to say? Well, you do have the right to remain silent. And whatever you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. And I made sure your story won't match with this. Rambaldi's men are dead, and your name doesn't appear in any of these documents. There's nothing to confirm your version of the events. You'll stay here till Monday. Then you'll be transferred to the CIA. I'm sure they can't wait to meet the spy who murdered their friends. I don't even want to imagine the kind of hell they're going to put you through. Farewell, comrade. You won't be missed.
This isn't over yet.
This level is the prison. There's nothing we can do but start it. Stealth run only, kill targets. So this mission's usually a sub 20 minute mission, but I was able to do it in just over 15, I think. But interestingly enough, if you notice, I could literally run up to the door and just start picklocking it with him standing there. I initially didn't think you could, but I tested it just because I wanted to see if it was faster. And as you can see, he doesn't care. I wondered what would happen because, you know, the door was locked, and I was like, will they shoot you inside your cell for trying to escape? No, they just let you. So anyway, this mission is usually about a sub 20 or more because there's a few bugs in it that unfortunately, you know, they're not fixed or anything, but we can get past them and still get this done stealthily. But it requires a little bit of setup and prep. So one of the bugs is that I could only ever do 2 takedowns. There was once I was able to do 3, but yeah, I was only able to do 2 takedowns. So I had to specifically choose 2 targets to take down. And you only get 1 trank gun bullet, and you can't pick up clothing. So you have to take someone's outfit. It sort of forces you to do all that, unfortunately. So I turn on the elevator once this guy goes into his area, and I hide in the elevator. As you can see, he's right there, and he just walks past. Unfortunately, the elevator door quite closed on me, so I have to hit the basement once he leaves. I wait till the door shuts for that. And we can head this way. So the first target we're taking out, and it's a little bit of a hassle to get to. We have to make sure he's not on his route yet. Yep, he's not. So we hide behind this door. And this is a little pre-prep for when we do have to do the main objective, which is bring the guy out. Whenever I tried to do this stealthily, there was this one guy who, no matter what, even if I waited for him to go in the door, because of how slow you walk with the body, would always spot me and unload bullets. And it was just so much easier, even if it's annoying, because you only have 2 takedowns that you can do to take him out. So that is what we're doing. He is going to be our outfit. And it's not this guy here. This guy here is no problem. He's a nice little guard. Does his duty very badly, which is what we want. So we can't go through the door yet because he'll spot us, but we can wait right here. And we just watch and wait for him to leave. You'll see come down this, oh well, up the stairs technically. The stairs look like they go, he will go down them, but it's a set of stairs that you walk down, so he'll be coming up them when he appears. But that's the guy we want to take out when you see him. There he is, coming up the stairs. No matter what I did, I could never get past him with the body. So I figured since you can only take down 2 people, the game will only let you do that because there's some weird bug. He was the best target to take down because then you didn't have to worry about him. So do a Y for a silent takedown. And then we can pick up the body. I forgot to put the outfit on. Now we can pick up the body and put it in the cupboard. Not that anyone comes down here, but it's out of the way then. And now we can head off and start the actual objective part. That was the hardest part in the mission, other than getting the body out, getting his outfit, and getting him out of the picture. We want to follow this route because we're going to be going up some stairs soon. And then we want to go here.
Alright.
Straight through here. And to our left. And we want to interact with this. This is the first objective. Then we'll be heading to the second floor and doing the next objectives. And then the final objective on the third floor, which will take us back to the first floor. So we're going floor by floor to make it easier. So there's the garage. You don't want to go to the garage. I thought I'd open it so that way you know not to go that way. We want to go this way through the precinct. And then we want to head right. That room on our left is our cell room. If you go in that room and they spot you, they will shoot you because they recognize you immediately. So you want to go through this open door that the nice gentleman opened for us, part of the precinct. And you want to don't head left, but I'll show you left. This is the stairway we'll be going up. The sealed guards in front of it. They won't be a bother. So we want to head this way to this door here. And through here. I've got a little trick for this. So if you walk into this and then you keep walking, once it does that, where you slightly move, you can then interact with the pick lock and the guy at the door won't bother you. But you've got to have that little animation where it puts you in the corner basically. And we can take our time pick locking it. And when you go and open the door, crawl, so that way we don't disturb the guy, and then go inside. Once we're inside, it doesn't matter, he doesn't care about this area. It's just the pen part he cares about. So we can collect the evidence, which will give us our gun, our garrote wire, you know, stuff we don't need or can use, but we have to collect anyway because it's the objective.
You do not belong.
You want to go this way to the armory, and you want to collect the tranquilizer. You know, the tranquilizer only has 1 bullet, and it's for our target, unfortunately.
Are you blind? There's a note on the door.
Can't let you through.
There's some construction work happening on the 3rd floor. I swear there was no note.
So now we're heading to the 3rd floor. And you want to go through the bullpen. And as you can see, our target is on the move, so rather than go anywhere else, we want to head to our target. So this is the tricky part, getting the target unconscious ahead of time. So he's in this room right now, and if we go in the room, he will spot us. So what I'm trying to do, well, the other guy's trying to spot me, is wait for him to go into the other room. When he goes into the other room, we have enough time to get out our trank and shoot him before he notices us and alerts them. This room is also a room they don't go in, so he is safe there. He won't be spotted. But I won't know it. So the next thing we have to do is pick our second target to knock out. And I picked the policeman at this door. Just because the FBI agents, one of them leaves when we turn the power off. And the other two, if you delay one of them and time it just right, you can get the person out without them knowing. So once you get the door closes, we can do a silent takedown. I like to move his body over here just cause. And now we want to turn the lights off on the 3rd floor by holding in Y and pushing up. If you place the body near the objective like I did. Because otherwise it wants you to take the policeman outfit. And now we have to connect the connectors to the matching connector like we've previously done. And this will turn all the lights out. And when we open this door, there'll be a FBI agent that comes rushing. If we go over here, we're actually in the dark. They cannot see us in this spot. And we're going to be utilizing that fact. This is the FBI agent that will go away, as you'll see in a moment, once he's done looking around. So now what I'm doing is I'm viewing where our 2 FBI agents that are going to be a problem. So the one that's near where it says Lieutenant, if you look down from there, is one of them that you got to keep an eye on. And then the one up in the room with 3 people, next to the room with the 1 person, he's in there. You'll see him move as well. There he is, he's moving. So he comes out just as this guy comes to there. And what his little routine is, he stops close to where I am, but he can't see where I am. And then he wanders back through that door after it. And they're pretty close in proximity for timing, so this is very advantageous for me for a run. You might have to delay one of them by letting them spot you and stand there going, and then running away when it gets half wet, a meter or something, so that way you can delay them so their movements are better. So now that I know that, I'm going through this door to go and get the body. Now this is probably, in my opinion, one of the hardest parts of the run. So the guy that we can't knock out because we've knocked out 2 people already and we only have 1 tranq bullet, he won't leave that room, but he gets very suspicious of us walking with the body, so we have to do light steps. 1 step at a time. And if it gets too high, you have to wait for a little bit before you step to let it get lower, even though it's disappeared off screen, because otherwise it gets really high. As you can see here. Once we get to this door, we can then look. And as you can see, he's walking through, so we've timed it perfectly. And now he's turned the corner, so this is very advantageous for us to take advantage of. So you want to go to that spot that I said that we couldn't see, which is near this wall here, and drop the body. They will not see him here. As you can see, he's walking off. And then he stops here to check, like I said. And because we delayed that guy by going through the door earlier to get the body, which worked out for us, they're actually both leaving. So once this guy goes through his door, I can pick up the body and head off. What I like to do is stick to this guy's door, because when he opens it, he won't see us. If he does open it, and if we're too slow, by sticking to the right a little bit. But now that we're through here, we can place the body here. And this part was probably the hardest part, getting him out of the top floor. So if you've made it this far without alerting them, congrats. Now we can head down to the basement. And we've only got one more guard to deal with. And then we're home free. This mission would have been so much more fun if you could knock people out and actually take outfits that were laying around. It was a good mission. I enjoyed it, but I wish the takedown thing wasn't like it was. And as you can see, I check here before I go through the door, and lucky I do, because he's actually on duty. Which works out in our favor, because we don't have to actually wait. And now that he's heading off, I wait a little bit before I walk through the door. I try and stick a good distance behind him, sort of like if you were tailing someone in a car. Don't want to give him any reason to look back and see the person holding a unconscious body. Now here's where we have to do the step thing again. So not at this point, but when we get to this point, we do. And we need to be in the middle of it, so that way he doesn't see us. And now we just have to wait for him to turn around and go back to that hallway. Once he goes back to that hallway, we're home free. Alright is right. He's celebrating as well with us. And here we are, home free, because that guy isn't going to bust us walking down these stairs. And you'll see what I mean by this is a very slow section, and the fact they put a guard there is annoying. So once you go through here, walk back into the doorway. The train will come, and if it hits you, you die. Now the train's passed, you want to walk up here. And that finishes the mission. Congratulations. And that's mission 10, Public Enemy. Completed.
Did you do it?
Do what?
Did you torture Vera?
Please. I've never even been to Cuba. I just gave the orders.
It might as well have been you.
You're right. And I would have enjoyed it. You know, I never warmed up to cooperating with you and your country.
That's a pity. That's a long time to be bitter.
Cooperating with communists is a disgrace. You know, Vincent was a nice guy, but he's an idealist. He believed this Cold War was beginning to thaw, and a peaceful resolution would change everything. It won't, comrade. Peace between Russia and the U.S. is impossible. Any attempt at diplomacy only serves to delay the inevitable. Now it's time to move forward. No more negotiations, no more gridlock under Kennedy, no more playing nice with Khrushchev. It's time to end this.
Who are you working for?
Give it up. You've already lost. I've had this since Austria. I've always been told this model is crap. It's never misfired before. Good time to start.
Who are you working for?
Someone in the Department of Defense.
Who?
Someone this country needs. A true leader and visionary. Someone who has the courage to do what our president was afraid to do. Someone who isn't afraid to stand up for what they believe in. I was looking for such a man ever since I joined the CIA. It's almost ironic that he could turn out to be a German.
German? What's his location?
You know, I received a telegram from him. He's called a meeting. All the information is in my car in front of the station. And guess what? You'll be shot on sight. I won't even need to tip them off like I did with Vera. I just wish I could be there to see it. So how was it when you saw Vera, by the way?
Do you have anything else useful to say?
That's all. Now stop stalling and do it, you damn commie!
So here we have the next mission, and this is the final mission. You want to make sure you take the tranquilizer with you. Stealth run only, kill targets. As you know, this is the last mission, and if you've made it this far and followed the guide this far, congrats and thank you for watching. We have one more mission after this, which will get us the last couple of achievements, the ones I have mentioned throughout this playthrough: the garrote wire, the chloroform, the headshots, and also a achievement for owning Maniac rank. And after all this work, I think we earned a little mayhem. But for now, we want to focus on this. So for this thing, there's a couple of things you can do. So there's a guard that will be coming, and we can either chloroform him, or we can shoot a trank at him from the opposite side from where I'm waiting. There is an opening, and if you wait at the wall on that side, you can shoot him through the opening and then come around and get him. I wanted to test if I could chloroform him, so that way you knew that it is possible if you wanted to get another chloroform in. As I said, I have methods for the chloroform, so it's not entirely needed to do it, but this was just me seeing if it was possible to help you guys while you're doing your game. But so once he gets into about halfway of his position, we can start following behind him just very carefully and get our chloroform ready. Once he gets past the pole, we can then take him down. Switch to his clothing. His clothing is the only clothing we need in this mission. And then we can drop his body here. This level, like the submarine level, can be a little confusing. Or ship level, I guess. It wasn't really a submarine. But we want to go down these stairs, and then you want to turn around again so that we can go through this doorway. Then you want to go to the left here. They'll say it's restricted, but I think that's because we're crossing an area up above, and so the AI gets confused. And then you can go up the stairs here. We're getting 2 items to kill our 2 targets, and they're both in the same room conveniently, to a degree. One's in the next room, but it's still close proximity. So collect the peanut butter with B, and then whistle once you get to the containers here. The guy will leave the doorway, and we can walk into the door that he was guarding. Then we want to go down here and collect this serum.
What's the matter
now? We can go through this door. I'm sorry, I'm leaving. And we can turn to the right. We can go down the stairs. And then turn around again. And through this door that's open. And then through this doorway here. They'll tell you what's restricted, but they don't actually care because they're not getting paid enough to deal with this. And then you want to turn right, go up the stairs. Turn right again. Through here. Now, I never actually tried running in, so what I would do is I would stand here, wait for this guy to stop looking at me, and then I'd whistle, go behind this door, and the guy guarding the door there will go to where we whistled, and we can go through this door with no trouble. I never tested doing it without that, because this mission's pretty easy.
So, there's no sneaking up on you, I see. Then again, I'm not a trained field agent like you. So there was no explosion, no ship has sunk. Nothing for the newspapers to write about. Do I have you to thank for that?
Don't worry. The papers will write about you.
Don't do anything stupid. So, you are the notorious agent Alekhine. You're brave coming here alone. You probably think you're saving millions of lives, don't you? From what, I wonder? Do you even know? I served Germany for a long time, but was never a Nazi.
Let me guess. You were merely a victim while in Berlin, experimenting and torturing people, am I right?
That was you. So it turns out we know each other a lot longer than I thought. You know, I had nothing against the Jews, all that nonsense about superior races and Aryan pride. There were a lot of bloodthirsty people out there, but I had no taste for it. I loved not the Führer, nor the 1,000-year Reich, not even Germany itself. I loved the kind of peace that would come only after war. We had a vision for the future. We would win, Europe would be burned down, but then rebuilt again. More glorious than before. Sometimes we need war to drive the world forward. Yes, millions would die, and recovery would take decades, but it would be worth it. Can you understand this? Fool! When Germany fell to the Allied forces, I felt an indescribable hopelessness, like when sacred Rome was ransacked by the barbarians. With Germany, the future greatness of the New World died before my eyes. But then, opportunity came with surrender. I surrendered to the Allies, not because I wanted to survive, but because I wanted the future to survive in here. I had a chance to be at the heart of a new and great force in the world. The Americans saw me as a valuable tool and took me deep into their power structure. The vision of the future took root once again. It lives on.
No. Your vision may have survived Germany, but it dies with you today.
I beg to differ.
And so hit A to inject an overdose into the guy. And also give him a bitch slap, which is hilarious. And so now we can exit out here. This mission's done for killing him. You want to head left here, follow through here, and then left again, and that'll take us down the stairs we went up. Then we can go left again through this doorway. I'm sorry, I'm leaving. And then turn right. And then right again, and you'll see the stairs we crossed on the left here, but we don't want to go up those, we want to continue going straight. And you'll see in the next area there'll be a hatch like thing just there. We have to slide down the ladder. And now if we turn around, we can go down the stairs. and through the doorway, and through this open doorway here. And then we want to head left. Up these stairs. And then left again. And then whistle.
Who's there?
And then head right. And then right again. And
Wait, that's restricted.
wait for him to finish his donut, unfortunately, because I was too fast. And then walk over to the food and add the peanuts.
This is a restricted area.
Because I had to wait for him, I almost got caught. Hopefully you don't go in here, this is the hospital. But it lets you know that you're close to the stairs that we do have to go down to. And then once you go down here, go straight. And to our left here, ignore the open doorway there. And go through this door here. Then left again. And then we want to crack this safe. And now you're going to move away and move back because sometimes it doesn't appear otherwise. And you want to collect the level 5 access card. And then get past the couch and the door of the safe. And we want to head down this way and to our right once we can get past that door. And interact with the elevator here. If you don't run away, the guy might get suspicious of you. So you need to hit A and then run away. And then hit A to get to level 5. And our target has just died from the exposure to peanuts.
Huh?
So we're heading to the exit now. And that's the mission done. Congratulations on completing all the assassinations with killing any other targets. And congrats on completing the last level. We just have one more level to replay, and that'll get us our last few achievements.
For years, a think tank of scientists and Nobel laureates had published an image of a clock to symbolize how close we were to global catastrophe. How close the time was to midnight symbolized how close we were to nuclear war. In 1963, before Kennedy's assassination, before everything we just went through, the clock was at 11:48. If the clock shifted with every event, we actually would have been seconds away from midnight before the world was safe again. Many will never know how close we actually came. After Fitchner's death, there was enough evidence, along with what Rambaldi's team had uncovered, to dismantle the conspirators' network. Any small-time recruits that got away completely went dark. There was a range of processes, however, that were not mentioned by anyone. There were hearings held behind closed doors involving the assassination. The official version presented Lee Harvey Oswald as the ideological lone gunman. No evidence of conspiracy has been identified. After Kennedy, Lyndon Johnson took office, We took a course of action to reduce international tension. I don't know for how long this peace will last. I want to believe that history is more than retelling of past events. History must be a teacher. Looking back, I can see that catastrophe was not thwarted simply because we were in the right place at the right time, or simply because we were clever enough, but because through the darkest and most trying times, there were those who remained loyal and true, giving all of us hope in the midst of evil, and for the future ahead of us.
Here we are at the final point. We want to go new game, and you want to go Angels in Texas. You can pick any level, but I prefer this level. I think it's the easiest to get the objective. We can skip the cutscene this time with B. And we can hit A. So now we want the Walter PPK. We don't want the tranquilizer. That doesn't have a silencer, whereas the one with the silencer. So we want the Marikov PW with the silencer. Or PM, sorry, not PW. So we have the Weather PPK and the Marikov PM, both with silencers, so that's 2 guns. So we want to go over to the mechanic shop. And this is where we'll be setting up our chloroform achievement, I guess you could say. I would have said kill, but chloroform doesn't kill. So we want to just walk into this guy and delay him. So until that guy gets to the location there, and then save it, and then hold LT, and then RT. And now every time you load it, you hold LT and RT while it's loading, and you can just hit RT and you will be able to take him out. But before you do, run over here and do the same thing to this guy. And then you just save and load. I've sped it up. This took about, I think about 10 minutes all up of save loading, but I wanted to keep the footage in just sped up for you guys, so that way you can see that there's no tricks or anything. It's literally what I said. Save load. You don't save it after doing each one either. You just load your save, but you save it when you're setting up. That way I don't confuse you. And see how I'm getting it in straight away when I load? That's because I'm holding an LT and I'm hitting RT. Because while it's loading, it lets you do that. And now that we've done that, we can load it again. And this will give us sleeper agent for using chloroform on 30 enemies. So now we can do the garrote wire, which again we want to change to the garrote and save it. But rather than just kill these 2 over and over again for the garrote wire, it's your call. You can do these 2 over and over again if you want. But I have a different routine. So we kill these 2. and we can get 5 people a save load if we go over to the gas station. You can get 6 or 7 sometimes if you want to go over to another spot, which I will show, but I couldn't seem to get the AI to play ball, so what I did is I just save loaded and took the 6. 6 was good enough.
That's no problem. I got extra you can borrow. Ah, shut up. Yeah, your mom. I gotta go take a leak.
I took the biker clothes so I'm not suspicious while doing this for the next section. But we want to kill this guy as well. So that's 3 people, plus the 2 mechanics, that's 5 people you can do per load. Or if you want to try and risk it, I mean you can do it and get caught and load anyway and just get the 1. But I tried to get the 2, and unfortunately it didn't work out for me because the AI didn't want to play ball. You can try and whistle them over here.
Hey, who's there?
She said who's there but didn't come. As you can see, they're not playing any ball to my whistles.
What's going on over there?
So now I'm delaying her, hoping that he'll turn around. And then I can get him and her. That was the initial plan.
What's going on over there?
And I managed to do it, even with them not playing ball.
What's going on over there?
What I'm hoping is that I can get an extra one, even though they're shooting at me, but then I realize that's not going to happen. So I just load it. So you can do that, waste a bit of time, you know, getting the extra 2 people, the extra 1 occasionally, or you can stick to the 5. As you can see, every time I tried. But I just realized it wasn't worth the time investment. Because right here I got, and I managed to get the guy still, so that was another 7. As you can see, I just took him out that time. I didn't bother trying to do whistles or anything. It was much quicker. That's the route I recommend. Get the 5, and then if you want, get an extra kill and just load it. That way you get 6 a run. It takes about, I think it took about 10 minutes, maybe a little bit more, to finish all the garrote wires, but this will get you go for the throat once you do it. So I save it here because they're all dead. And we're going for Maniac and we want them all dead. So now I get out the Marakov, which is our silenced pistol.
I give up.
And I take her out. He didn't notice. And I take him out. And we got 2 guards there. And I save it. Like I said, this is the level I do save it because I'm trying to get Maniac. And Maniac is basically for killing everybody. Basically. You don't have to kill everybody, but it's a lot more fun if you do. So we shoot him. And his body will then spot us, so we shoot him before he can rat us out. And take their gun. Because we've only got the 10 bullets and the 2 guns that we've got, so we do need another gun. That gun is much louder, and I do have a plan for that gun to deal with the loudness. But yeah, remember to aim for headshots as well. So this location here, and again I know the footage is dark and I do apologize for that, but this is the best I could do to make it brighter. There's a guy on our left. Unfortunately he spotted me doing that and then they all unleashed hell, so I just took as many headshots as possible. So you see, I kept that in because I'm getting a few headshots and I want you to see that it doesn't always go the way you plan, so you rely on save load for this Maniac part. So now this time it worked. I took them both out. I decided to change the outfit. And then we take out this guy here. And then this guy here. And then that happened. So I couldn't take him out. So now that we got sound, this is the working one. So we tried again. We took this guy out. And we took him out. And we changed outfit. So we head up the stairs. I take the sound out so you know that it's not the working run through, so you can just see that it's going to be one that I stuffed up on. And then we take him out. So we've got no bullets left in that, so we change to the PPK. And this time we save the game. And we take him out. And then we notice that the boss isn't in. So that's convenient as it is inconvenient. So I dumped the body here. I could have put it in the cupboard, but I wasn't worried about it. I got the chloroform out. Someone's talking about a dead body that it's like somehow they see it when they can't. And look, they saw they saw that all the way from wherever the hell they were. So we changed to our gun and take him out. That shouldn't have even been possible for them to spot the body. They weren't in the area or anything. Somehow they were clipping through the floor and the AI spotted that. I don't know. That's my assumption. We leave that guy alive because he's our backup plan. Well, not really our backup plan, but he's the one that's going to help us out later. So this guy, this is one guy we really want to kill. We want that gun. So what I'm doing right now is I'm waiting. I'm going to save it. Once that guy turns around, we can pop him. Take the Thompson. Change to our silenced gun. Pop this guy. Pop the girl.
Somebody help me! What's the matter now?
Take the gun off the girl. See, the biker girls are okay to kill on this level because they have weapons too, so it's not like they can't kill you. Whereas the other previous level where I had to kill one that was unarmed, that was not okay. Be different if she had to have had a knife on her or something. And this guy came in while I was dumping bodies. And all of them then came in.
Oh dear God, he's dead.
Which is okay. I'll go to the next area and deal with that mess later. These guys haven't activated from their area, so we can finish them off. Walk behind this guy. And once he turns around, we can pop him. He'll rest on the wall and it makes it easier. Got one bullet left in our silence gun. Take out the chef. And no more bullets. Pick up his gun. And pick up his gun. And now we can head back upstairs. Now this is where I have to save load because this part does get a little dicey. But this is the best way to handle the AI when you haven't got any silenced weapons. You want to shoot this guy?
You bastard!
And take his gun. Didn't mean to pick him up. And then you want to hide over in the corner. They will come rushing from the sound. We can't see any yet, but they will come rushing. And if they don't, there's another way you can do it. So here they are. So what you want to do is you want to save it before you, every time you do this. So I fast forwarded because this is the one that goes sideways. But I'm getting headshots. And I'm making sure that they don't know it's me. So yeah, I really should have saved it earlier, but I didn't. But that's okay. That was a good amount of headshots we got. So now we can try
Guards!
again.
He's gone!
And this time I save it, because I haven't noticed it's me killing them yet. See, this time it's okay to kill her because she's got a weapon. Doing this means that they have to come to you, and it gives you the advantage. 'Cause most of the time you can walk past them and get behind them.
Get him!
And there's our achievement for a headhunter, so now we don't have to worry about headshots. Now we just have one last achievement, which is Maniac. And we are working on that currently. I actually didn't notice that I was on pretty much 1 bar of health. The best part is doing this brought us the target, so we got to take him out along with taking out all the others. And there's the woman we killed from the previous mission, and this time she has a gun, so it's okay to kill her this time. I wanted to use that gun that we got off the guy. And I'm assuming everyone's dead because I haven't seen or heard anyone yet, so we can now picklock this door. I can hear talking. I'll deal with them in a minute. Couldn't find anyone, so we can go into this room and activate this part. Skipping it with B, of course, because we're trying to do this as fast as possible.
Dear God, he's dead.
I did hear someone. There he is. Well, he wasn't wrong, he is dead. Just take a quick look. Make sure there's no one in the pub. Doesn't look like it, so we're free to go. And this is how the mission should have gone. This feels really good. I fast forwarded it because you know the carry's slow, and we just want to see the ending. But then there was one person still alive, so I pulled out the Walter, and then I realized I couldn't kill her with the Walter, so I shot her with that. And then I started walking the body again, and then it turned out to be another person still alive. I'm like, didn't I kill that guy? Anyway, now we can walk the body slowly, but still, now that everyone's dead, to the car to finish the mission. With all our achievements now being earned. Hide the body. And now we can exit. This will earn us Maniac. And congratulations on your last achievement, and congratulations on your 1000 G. Because as you can see now, we have Maniac, and we have completed the game. Thank you.